Football fans, get ready for a big night of Premier League action. All eyes will be on Molineux Stadium this Wednesday, February 18th, 2026. The floodlights will be bright for an 8 p.m. GMT kickoff. Wolverhampton Wanderers, known as Wolves, are set to host the current league leaders, Arsenal. This match is a rearranged fixture, giving it an extra layer of importance in the middle of a busy week. The atmosphere at Molineux is always electric, especially for evening games. The home crowd will be doing everything they can to lift their team and create a difficult environment for the visitors from North London. It's a classic David versus Goliath setup that the Premier League is famous for. This isn't just another game on the calendar, it's a match with huge implications at both ends of the table. For Arsenal, it's a golden opportunity to strengthen their grip on the top spot. For Wolves, it's a desperate fight for survival, a chance to gain precious points in front of their passionate supporters. The contrast in fortunes between the two clubs this season couldn't be starker, which adds a fascinating dynamic to the contest. Will the league leaders continue their march towards the title, or can the underdogs cause a major upset? These midweek matches often produce surprises, and this one has all the ingredients for a memorable showdown. The narrative is set for a compelling 90 minutes of football. The pressure is on for both managers and both sets of players. Mikel Arteta's Arsenal will be expected to dominate possession and showcase the slick, attacking football that has taken them to the summit of the league. On the other side, the Wolves manager has the tough task of organising his team to be solid, resilient, and ready to hit on the counter-attack. Every tackle, every pass, and every shot will matter. Fans watching in the stadium and on television are hoping for a thrilling encounter that lives up to its billing as a crucial Premier League battle. The match will be broadcast live for fans in the UK on Sky Sports, so nobody has to miss a moment of the drama. The referee for the evening will be Paul Tierney, a man who knows how to handle high-stakes games. With Michael Salisbury assisting on VAR, all the key decisions will be under intense scrutiny. As the players walk out onto the pitch, the tension will be palpable. It's a game that promises passion, determination, and perhaps a touch of magic. This is more than just 3 points. It's about pride, ambition, and survival in the world's most competitive football league. Arsenal comes into this match in a fantastic position. They are sitting proudly at the top of the Premier League table, currently holding a 4-point lead over their nearest rivals, Manchester City. A victory at Molineux would be massive for the Gunners. It would extend their lead to a very comfortable 7 points, putting significant pressure on the chasing pack. This is the kind of game that can define a title race. Winning these rearranged midweek fixtures shows the character and depth of a championship-winning side. Mikel Arteta knows his team cannot afford any complacency and will demand a professional and ruthless performance. In their most recent outing, Arsenal played out a tough 1-1 draw against Brentford last Thursday. While they might have been disappointed not to get all 3 points, they remain a formidable force. One interesting statistic is their incredible form on Wednesdays this season. Across all competitions, Arsenal have played 8 matches on a Wednesday and have won every single one of them. It's a quirky but impressive record that they will be very keen to maintain. This run shows their ability to handle the demands of a congested fixture list, a key trait for any team with title aspirations. They will look to continue that streak here. In stark contrast, it has been a very difficult season for Wolves. The club finds itself at the bottom of the Premier League table, with just 9 points from 26 matches played. Every game is now a must-win as they fight to avoid relegation. Their home form has been particularly concerning, having lost 10 of their 13 league games at Molineux this season. Finding the back of the net has also been a major issue. They have failed to score in 14 of their league matches. The team is in desperate need of a spark to turn their season around, and a positive result against the league leaders could be the catalyst they need. Despite their league struggles, there have been small glimmers of hope for Wolves recently. They managed to secure a hard-fought point against fellow strugglers Nottingham Forest in their last league game. They also enjoyed a victory in the FA Cup on Sunday. which will have provided a much-needed boost to morale. The players will be hoping to carry that positive feeling into this daunting clash with Arsenal. Facing the top team in the country is a huge challenge, but it is also an opportunity for the players to prove their quality and fight for the badge in front of their loyal home fans. Arsenal will unfortunately be without some key players for this trip to the Midlands. The team's creative heart, Captain Martin Ødegaard, is ruled out with a knee injury. He is a huge miss in the midfield, as his vision and passing are central to how Arsenal play. Adding to their midfield worries, the powerful presence of Kai Havertz will also be absent due to a muscle issue. The good news for Gunners fans is that both are expected to be back for the crucial North London derby on Sunday. Long-term absentee Mikel Arteta also remains on the sidelines, further testing the depth of Arteta's squad. However, it's not all bad news for the league leaders. Defender Riccardo Calafiori is expected to be available for selection, providing a solid option at the back. Ben White is also fit and ready to play, giving the manager more flexibility in his defensive setup. A significant positive for Arsenal is the return of star winger Bukayo Saka. He recently came back from a hip issue and is set to make his second consecutive start. Saka's pace, skill and goal-scoring threat will be vital for Arsenal, especially with Ødegaard and Havertz missing. His performance could be the key to unlocking the Wolves' defence. Wolves are also dealing with their own significant injury problems, particularly in attack. Their top scorer, Hwang Hee-chan, is a major loss. He is expected to be out for several weeks with a calf injury, which is a huge blow to a team already struggling for goals. The defensive unit will also be tested, as Toti Gomez is likely to miss out with a hamstring injury that he picked up recently. These absences will force the manager to shuffle his pack and rely on other players to step up and fill the void left by two important first-team regulars. There is some potential good news on the injury front for the home side, though. Influential midfielder Andre will face a late fitness test for a calf concern, and his presence would be a massive boost for the team. There is also a possibility of some familiar faces returning to the starting lineup. Experienced players like goalkeeper Jose Sarr, defender Matt Doherty, and fullback Hugo Bueno could all be recalled to the first 11. Their inclusion would add some much-needed stability and experience to a team that needs to be at its very best to compete with the high-flying Gunners. When looking at the history between these two clubs, the statistics heavily favour Arsenal. The Gunners have an incredible record when they travel to Molineux in the Premier League. They have won 9 of their 11 visits, which gives them a win rate of 82%. This is their highest win percentage against any team they have faced, at least 10 times away from home in the league's history. This historical dominance will surely give Mikel Arteta's side a huge psychological advantage heading into the match. They know this is a ground where they have consistently found success in the past. The recent head-to-head record also tells a story of Arsenal's superiority. In fact, Arsenal have managed to score in their last 36 meetings with Wolves across all competitions, a remarkable streak that stretches back decades. The last time these two teams met was earlier this season, on December 13th, 2025. On that day, Arsenal secured a dramatic 2-1 victory, thanks to a very late own goal in the 94th minute. That result highlights that even when Wolves put up a strong fight, Arsenal often find a way to get the result in the end, a trait that has served them well this season. So, what can fans look forward to in this game? Expect to see a classic clash of styles. Arsenal will likely dominate the ball, patiently probing and looking for openings with their quick, intricate passing. Players like Bukayo Saka will be tasked with providing the creative spark and running at the Wolves' defence. On the other hand, Wolves will need to be incredibly well organised and disciplined at the back. They will likely sit deep, absorb pressure and look to hit Arsenal on the counter-attack with pace. Set pieces could also be a crucial area where Wolves might look to gain an advantage. This match is exciting because so much is on the line. For Arsenal, it's a chance to take another giant leap towards their first Premier League title in years. For Wolves, it's a battle for survival and a chance to give their fans a famous victory to cheer about. Will Arsenal's attacking quality and historical dominance prove too much? Or can a resilient and determined Wolves side, backed by a noisy home crowd, pull off a massive upset that would send shockwaves through the league? It's a fascinating contest that perfectly captures the drama and unpredictability of the Premier League.